heading out into Henoko Bay on Okinawa's northeastern coast. It's known for its clear, shallow waters, its abundant sea life, and the US Marine base, which looms on its shoreline. Under a current agreement, Camp Schwab is due to get bigger and the bay smaller, a double runway set to jut far out from the peninsula. But Hiroshi Ashitomi, who has long campaigned to protect this patch of sea, is at last sensing that the political tide is turning his way.
We feel that because we have a new government, we're seeing indications of victory. But even so, we cannot be entirely relieved. That's why we're going to be like football supporters. If the players aren't doing well, they shout and take action. If the government does something wrong, that's what we'll do.
The remote Camp Schwab's planned expansion is to accommodate the facilities currently here at the Futenma base in densely populated central Okinawa. As well as its relocation, the deal would also see 8,000 Marines leave Japanese territory. The US calls the agreement vital and the best option for the security, stability and strength of the alliance. But the new administration in Tokyo has signalled that it wants Futenma moved entirely out of Okinawa, part of what it calls reducing the burden on the local people. To film the Futenma base, we've had to come up here. The US military denied us access, saying it wouldn't support speculative media activity. The trouble is that speculation is being driven not by the media, but by the very public pronouncements of the new Japanese government.
We have taken the stance, even before we were successful in the past election, that we were opposed to the current plan that is in place for transferring the Futenma base. We will point out that in Okinawa, there are 4 electoral districts, and in each of them, the winning candidate emphasized their opposition to the current plan.
Denny Tamaki is one of those winning candidates, and himself a product of America's long history on Okinawa. Born half a century ago to a local mother and a US serviceman father, he's become Japan's first biracial member of parliament. He uses an informal, you might call it American style of politics, to convey his message that his party must make good on its campaign promises.
I think if a presence in Okinawa is necessary for Japan's and United States security, then we can negotiate. But the current situation where the bases operate in a way that neglects human rights and perform training exercises as if they are at war, while in the midst of the local people's everyday lives, I think that is the most unforgivable situation for people living in this prefecture.
A fifth of Okinawa's main island is essentially US territory. Reducing that presence while maintaining the alliance is the tough task Japan's new government has set itself. But it is now a major national political issue like never before. An electoral landslide in Tokyo might just alter the physical landscape 1,500 kilometers away on Japan's most southerly islands. Harry Fawcett, Al Jazeera, Okinawa, Japan.